I mean, I think that was the right call either way. That was kind of a 50-50, but we'll see if there is any change in attitude as Geo Carneiro has an opportunity moving forward here. Shoved down from behind in the box and no call. Do they call a penalty kick? I think I called the penalty kick.
I saw him throw up the X to stop the clock.
Penalty kick for the Hawks. You can hear a pin drop in the stadium right now. Viera Hawks goal! Geo Carneiro! And from the spot, Geo Carneiro with another goal for the season. Little push from behind there, no call. Referee looking at his watch. Long ball coming in. Cleared away. Xavier Jackson gets it fully cleared. And that's the game, folks. Viera Hawks win an incredible match. 1-0 against a very strong and energetic New Smyrna Beach Cudas team. What a game.
The Viera Hawks are heading to their fourth Final Four appearance in 4 years.
Hey everybody, Caleb Brown here for the BREVARD Sports Network, and I'm standing here with our Leonard Financial Group man of the match. The biggest difference maker in this regional championship game, Geo Carneiro. Geo, what's going through your head as you're getting ready to take that penalty kick? That penalty kick was so huge early on in the game. Tell me what's going through your head.
Even before the game, I knew I was going to have some moment like that. Even if it was overtime to a penalty, I knew the deciding factor wasn't going to be a big goal. So I saw that coming. I knew where I was going before I even got fouled. I got fouled. I knew what corner I go, place it there. I missed, make it, made it. We won 1-0.
This is the Viera Hawks' fourth trip now to the Final Four, and you've now been around for two of them. What's it like to hear that you're going with this team back to the Final Four up at Spec Martin Stadium?
Loss of words, really. First ring, the first ring was great. Getting a chance to win a second is even better. So leaving my senior year with another ring, it's always a great feeling.
I would say let's talk about that senior year. You know, again, you're heading. All you ask as a senior is for a shot, and especially as a defending champion, you ask for a shot to defend your state title. You are 2 games away from that. I mean, has that begun to process yet, or?
Not really. We still got a couple more days, so think about what we got to do now, and then when it's the moment, it's the moment. Not gonna think about it too much.
All right, well, let's talk about – so the first time we went to talk to you, unfortunately, I had audio issues, and we didn't air that interview, so it's kind of funny how everything circles on back. So for those who don't know, what are your aspirations post high school? Are we committed anywhere? Or?
Yeah, I'm committed to Tusculum University to play Division II soccer.
Tusculum, a great house of Brevard athletes. What made Tusculum the right choice for you?
I got to look at a couple different schools before them, and when I arrived on campus, it just felt like home. Felt like Florida to me.
I love it. What was said pre-match? What was said amongst, obviously a game like this, senior leaders kind of step up and say something. What was the message going into this one?
We knew that they were going to come out flying the first 20 minutes, and usually past games we usually don't come out at full force first 20 minutes, so we knew it was coming, so we had to adjust, and we were ready for what they had coming for us.
New Smyrna, they seem to have the bodies. They were high energy from start to finish with you guys. Typically, we've seen teams do that in the past, most notably Satellite, didn't have the bodies to finish at the end. What was the toughest part about that, about New Smyrna tonight?
Man marking. Every one of their players was in a different spot every minute. Their midfielder would go to the right, midfielder would go to the left, and that would make me track, Alex Bennett track, Andy Gates track. We would be all over the place. So that's what made it harder for us to compete to the final minute.
I mean, they looked energized. Matt and I were talking on the broadcast. They don't sit still. They don't sit still for maybe but 5 seconds, and even then, you're having to get eyes on them. So, how do we take the next couple days? Is it going to be a lot of rest? Is it going to be? How do you think the next couple days is going to go?
Hopefully rest, but I think we'll get one day off, maybe Sunday, and everything else training.
I love it, and you know what? Coming from a champion, champions don't take those kind of days off. And you know what? This team is ready to make that run and repeat. And you know what? I can't wait to see what these next week holds. For our Leonard Financial Man of the Match, Geo Carneiro, I'm Caleb Brown for the BREVARD Sports Network. Caleb Brown here for the BREVARD Sports Network, and I'm standing here with the victorious four-time regional champion head coach Nick Robinson. And, Coach, what does it mean to hear that four-time regional champion?
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to this group of seniors. I think a lot of this group has been on the varsity team since it was freshmen. Obviously, Max May in particular. But I mean, what these guys have been able to achieve over this last 4 years is pretty impressive. The way we did it tonight as well, an absolute slugfest. The way the game was, you know, full credit to New Smyrna. They came out and played a great game, and I thought. You know, our boys just did everything they could do defensively to keep the ball out the back of the net, and, you know, 1-0 in a clean sheet. Doesn't matter, not our best performance by a long mile, but as long as the job's done, we move on.
Coach, you know, again, let's talk about New Smyrna real quick. New Smyrna, we've seen a lot of teams attempt to do what they do. A lot of teams attempted to go high energy, in your guys' face, physical type game, but didn't have the bodies for it. New Smyrna, essentially, all for except the penalty kick, they were just as physical as you guys, and were able to keep that energy from the start of the first half all the way up until game's end. Tell us what you were telling the guys at halftime making those adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, we just had to make sure we matched that intensity. Again, like, it's a great team. Anyone in the regional final is going to be a very good team, and both teams deserve to be here. And again, we just... You know, they pushed us to our limits. We had to be at our best. They were probably at their best. And, it really just came down to, especially on this field with the conditions and the conditions that the field is in, it really just does come down to, who wants it more, who's winning the first and second balls. And then obviously, just that little decision from Geo to kind of to press and jump on that the left centre back, win the ball and, get his body and win the space, and then you're 1-0.
Coach, talk about this senior class. We just had a chance to talk to them for a little bit. Talk about how special this senior class has been. We wrote last year when you guys won the state championship that, it was almost 8 years in the making. Just talk about this senior class and how special they have been.
Yeah, I mean, I know I mentioned Max, but obviously, Alvy at the back's been a pivotal part for us since his freshman year too. And look, I said to them, at any level, to win 4 regional championships in a row it's pretty spectacular. So, especially given, the way the district championship went, I knew the boys had a little bit of a chip on the shoulder, and it's probably what we needed, a bit of a wake-up call in that kind of, 15, 20 minutes at Melbourne after being 2-0 up. But again, this team's been through adversity, been through resilience. It's a very mature and experienced group, and I think you see it the way that we won the regional championship tonight. No one's, running around and celebrating. These boys have been there. We know we've still got a job to do. But again, I couldn't be any more proud of this senior class and what they've been able to achieve over this last 4 years.
Talk about this team in general. This team is fought through some adversity this year, just between the different things that have happened, and yet you're here. You're a 4-time regional champion. Just talk about the team now in general. Yeah,
I mean, the season throws obstacles at you. This year, obviously, Max being out for a long time. The year before, I think we had 3 or 4 guys out for 5 or 6 games. And they're the periods in seasons where you find out what the team's about. And, it's that, the cliche of next man up mentality, and different guys have to step up. A Shield this year has been a big guy that's kind of found his feet as the season's gone on. And he's started, I think, in this last 2 or 3 games, which are arguably the most important of the season. Zay's got a year older, a lot more experience at right back. Jake Medina's been phenomenal at the back all year. Jake Brown probably had his best defensive game that he's played all season. Again, Murth has been banged up playing through injury, but again, did all he could do tonight. And then obviously you go in the middle of the park and you've got, AB, Alex Bennett. I know he would say he didn't have his best game tonight, and I know he's probably looking forward to getting back on that Spec Stadium where it's, nice grass and he can play at the best of his ability. Again, Aiden, in the middle, both of them two have just been monsters, picking up first and second balls, winning that battle in the middle of the field, and it's just a collective effort all year, and that's what we try and preach as a coaching staff, and it starts at practice, guys holding each other accountable and not just showing up to practice and just giving the bare minimum. It's making sure that when they're there, they're focused, they're engaged, and they make it into an environment that is as close as you can and as realistic as you can to a game like scenario. So when you get to these situations, no one feels stressed, no one's anxious, everyone's just ready, you're prepared, and I feel like that's what we've been able to do with this group for this last 4 years. So,
Coach, 2 games away. You guys are 2 games away from putting that second ring on the finger. What needs to happen to secure that?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have to play better on the ball, and I think we will. When like I said, it's a team that we do a good job of adjusting to conditions, adjusting to the atmosphere, and I know when we played on that field last year, we were able to play some good football, which we're very capable of. It's just, again, this field is difficult to try and play the way that we really want to play, and so. It kind of nullifies maybe the actual ability that we have. But again, it's adjusting to conditions, and we know that no matter who you're going to play in the Final Four and the final, they're going to be good teams, so we'll be ready.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. Coach, thank you for this awesome ride that you've been able to take us, myself and, Matt Shelton. And, Coach, we'll be keeping an eye, and I like the chances of this Viera Hawk team for the 4-time regional champion head coach, Nick Robinson. I'm Caleb Brown for the Brevard Sports Network. Brevard Sports Network, and I'm standing here with the seniors of the regional champs. Now, 4-time regional champs. First of all, guys, talk about this one. This one was a tough 1-0 victory, but this team showed what a lot of teams didn't, in the ability to go step for step with you guys from start to finish. Talk about that one.
They were an aggressive team. They worked really hard, and we do have to give them that. But when it comes down to it, we just worked harder. So,
Alvi, come on over. You had some big saves tonight. Talk about what you were seeing as some of those were progressing.
It was just do my job, basically. Them scoring a goal is like the highlight of their game, but me getting clean sheets, like me getting a hat trick, basically. Like that means more than anything to me. So just doing my job and keeping the team in it was my goal tonight.
All right, let's get the defense up here. The come on, Gates. All right, guys, talk about. Come on, get over here. Everyone wants to see your faces. No one wants to see mine, I promise you. All right. Talk about playing defense for this team and what this championship means to you guys.
It means a lot to us, especially 4 times back to back, and a clean sheet especially. It was just a great performance from all of us, not letting a goal in, and we're really proud of it.
I just got to say thank you to all the boys for bringing me in this year. It's obviously my first one, and I can see how much it means to all of them. So, doing my best to help them win one more is a good feeling.
Yeah, obviously did the dirty work, and it shows, obviously, the result. But at the end of the day, we got the result done, and then we're on to the next.
Wait a minute. We're missing a defensive, aren't we? That's right. I knew that. I was testing y'all. Guys, as a senior class, what was the message pre-game to the underclassmen? What was kind of being said, getting ready for this one?
Last game here, so we need to protect the nest, since this is going to be our last home game. So obviously we haven't lost. The whole class has never lost on this field, so it meant a lot to win.
Many years, never lost on this field.
All right. Never lost. What do you think we need? This team needs to improve on in order. We got 2 more games left. What's the biggest thing this team needs to work on in order to make that second ring appear on that finger?
I'd say based off today's performance, defense has nothing to work on. That was an amazing performance, and going forward, we have to be more clinical.
All right, now I'm going to have all the seniors introduce themselves because some of these guys you've seen, some of these guys you haven't seen. We're going to have all the seniors introduce themselves. If you're committed somewhere, announce where you're committed to. If you're not, come up and state that GPA and whether or not you plan to play soccer at the next level. So just kind of start. Let's go.
Solomon Fife, GPA 3.7.
Alex Bennett, 3.5.
Boys, who's next? Go. Jake Brown, 3.8.
Peyton Butler, 3.9.
Go.
Matthew Meyer, 4.2.
Pavitt Deland, 4.6.
Aiden Gates, 4.0.
Jake Medina, 3.9.
Johan Rafik, 4.0.
Alex Canlis, 4.0.
Blake Siviter, most people call me Chip, 4.2.
Hold on. Now, wait a minute. We that many have not signed anywhere to go play college anywhere? College recruiters, what are you doing? All right.
Ali Kaufman committed to Slippery Rock University.
Sebastian May, I have a 3.7, and I'm committed to the Florida Institute of Technology.
Giovanni Carneiro, I'm committed to Tusculum University.
And I'm Caleb Brown with the Viera Hawks seniors right here. That they are regional champs, and they're going for ring number 2.